Forwardness is in his heart. He devises mischief continually. He soweth discord. Hallelujah. So I've titled this topic, going to be a series between now, this Sunday, and next Sunday. We're looking at the laws of success. The laws of success. And some of these laws, we're going to draw them from the story of the ant that we read in Proverbs 6. The laws of success. If time permit me, if I can cover up, we will cover everything today. But if not, we'll continue next week, Sunday. The laws of success. I'd like you to take note as you're writing that law makes success predictable. Laws make success predictable. What that simply means is that if you understand the principle that guides success, you can tell yourself, by the time I'm 30, I will be a millionaire. Because laws has no respect for age. It has no respect for color. It has no respect for tribe. Laws are universal. It's obtainable in Nigeria. It's obtainable in America. It's obtainable in Liberia. It's obtainable in Ghana. Laws make success predictable. And I discovered that principles are leverage. Principles or laws, they are leverage. When you find principles that work, you can build your life on it, and there will be little effort to put on that for you to go up. That's what principle is. It's a leverage. It's like a lifter. It's like a lift. So when principles are followed, the power behind that principle works for you. When principles are followed, the power behind that principle works. But when the principles are neglected, that same power works against the fellow. That's one of the things we read in that scripture. So principles can make anyone rich and can also make anyone poor. It is how you employ the principle. Take, for example, the most common one that we know in the church is the principle of sowing and reaping. Vividly stated in Galatians 6 and verse 7. It said, God is not what? Mocked. What a man sow, that shall he reap. So, for example, you want to be wealthy and you are not giving. You are not giving tithe. You are not paying offering. Sacrifice you are not doing. It is obvious that there is nothing you can reap. Prayer does not make a man rich. So the law of sowing and reaping is applicable to anyone, irrespective of your color or race. I was still in secondary school when I started hearing teaching like this. At that time in Redeemed Church, there's what we call monthly bulletin. How many of you were in Redeemed that time? They used to do monthly bulletin. Bulletin is like a pamphlet where it has all the things for the month in that. I was around 16, 15. Our pastor will be telling us, even though you are in secondary school, use your pocket money to contribute to the bulletin. So we bring out our 1,000. At that time, there's no 500 naira notes. I think the highest note that time is 100 naira or 200. Our 20 naira notes, Pastor, this all we have, 200 naira, 500 naira. And he said, because you are committing your own into it, God sees that it's little, but it's the heart of commitment. Everyone I'm saying this morning? So it is this principle that guides us into wealth. So when these principles are employed, things work. And I discovered that this principle makes everyone to be equal. Whether you are poor or you are rich, he does not regard it. If a poor man jump on the principle that Dangote has employed to move his company forward, and is willing to change that, is late, and is willing to employ that principle, I tell you, that poor man's business will jack up and will also be running on the same degree that Dangote is running. Principle does not respect your level. Principle answers to those who applies it to their lives. So it makes everyone equal. That's why I kept telling you, I'm not better than you. What makes me get to this level? Because I have access to knowledge that I applied. That's what changed my level. I was teaching in a church yesterday. I said, the degree of every man's success is directly proportional to the knowledge available to him, number one, and that same knowledge that he deployed. That is what changed any man's level. Because Hosea 4 verse 6 says, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. So every man at your level, you are there because of the knowledge you have. If you have known better, you would have changed level. Are we together this morning? That is why those who know the principle of knowledge will always go for learning. Will always go for learning. Will always increase learning. And I discover those who increase in learning, their level changes for time. I know the level I was 5 years ago, 7 years ago. But I kept increasing in knowledge, kept walking in knowledge, and the knowledge exposing me to secrets, and that secret is what you employ, and life changed. It's as simple as that. That principle can change your life. I heard this teaching for the first time in 2013 from Reverend Sam Adeyemi. He says success principle makes success predictable. And 2013 I made up my mind, I'm going to be rich. I'm going to be successful. 2013, I was around 24, 23 thereabouts. I said, I'm going to be rich and I'm going to be successful. I'm going to be a global icon. All I need to do is to jump on principles, apply them, simple. It does not respect your color, your age, your background. It has nothing. In fact, it does not respect prayers. Let me shock you. That's it. You hear from my mouth. It does not respect prayer. Prayer cannot counter principle. For example, have you read in the Bible before that the Bible, God said that God cannot break his word? Have you read it before? So what prayer will break that, what God has said? For example, when God said, what a man sow, that shall he reap. Which prayer will negate that? Simple. Tell me which prayer will negate the law of gravity. Go and try it and say you are the prayer, the strongest prayer warrior in the world. Go to the tallest building in Toronto, Canada, and go and stand there. Say, now I have prayed that when I jump from here, I will not fall. Beloved, your head would have scattered before you reach ground. Prayer cannot negate principle. Principle is universal. It has no respect for anything. Only respect those who applies it. And so you can change your life if you jump on principles and apply them to your life. That was what began the change of my life. I started reading. I became voracious reader, reading back to back. And I said my life has changed. 2030. I said my life don't change because I heard truth that I've never heard before. Principle makes success what? You can tell at what age you'll be successful. You can tell at what level you get to, your life will change. That's why I pity some of us. Teaching, you don't write. Teaching, you don't practice. I wonder how you will get those things done. In my house, my diary, my library, I have messages that I've listened to 10, 15 years ago. It's in my diary. Sometimes when I'm bored, I just go by, flip through. Oh wow, 10, 15 years ago. That shows your heart of knowledge. It shows that you are hungry for knowledge. My zest for knowledge is insatiable. Is insatiable. I read. I don't give you a book to read for the month without reading. I'm reading. Because once you stop reading, you start dying. Once you stop reading, you start dying. That's why some people are stalled. They are stuck. Because what they've known 3 years ago is what they are still working with. And no man ever moved to the next level with what he already know. He has to acquire new knowledge for the next level. Are you hearing what I'm saying this morning? That is principle. So I will share a couple of them with you this morning. Work with them and apply them to your life. Number one is the law of progress. The law of progress demands that until you are committed to a cause, the result will not be delivered. That's the law of progress. Until you are committed to a cause, the result is not delivered. The law of progress means that this is what I need to do and things will work. You must be that law. The law there is commitment. Not I do it today, I stop tomorrow. Let me give you a vivid example. In the gospel industry, there are people who are still leading the space. Who are still leading that space. There are people who they met there. They left them where they met them and they moved ahead. The simple difference, because they are applying the law of progress, which is commitment. That same thing that brought them to that level, they keep applying it. And I heard it from Bishop Oyedepo many years ago. He said it is foolishness to neglect what brought you to a level. It is wisdom to keep applying what brought you to a level, because that same thing will take you to the next level. Foolishness, what makes a man to say, now I have arrived, you stop praying. Now I've arrived, you stop fasting. Now I've arrived, you stop rehearsing. It is foolishness. He said it is wisdom for you to keep applying the same thing that brought you to a same level. That same thing will take you to the next level. Case close. So, in what direction do you want to make progress? You have to be committed to it. And the commitment has no respect for whether you are from the east or north. There are people from the west, they are very, very poor. And there are people from the east, they are very, very rich. There are people from the east, they are very, 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 very poor. And there are people from the west, they are very, very, very rich. Also in the north, as well in the south. So he has respect for anything. Should I tell you, beloved, there are people who did not go to school, but they are wealthy. Because the principal has no respect for your degree in school. It's only respect your application of that principle. If there is no commitment, your progress is not in view. Just like the law of motion states, everything remains in the place, in the state of rest, until what? An external force is applied. The same way, all progress remains in the place of rest until a mental force is applied. Your wealth can stay there until you apply a force to move it. I have to give myself to praying. I have to give myself to rehearsing. I have to keep myself going for that skill. It is law of progress. It will not make sense now, sir. But you will see what your life will turn out to be in 1-2 years after. Number 2, let's move. Is the law of confession. Some of these things I've taught them extensively as a topic. For example, the law of confession. It's simple. What you say is what you see. What I say? What you say is what you see. It's a law, and it's a universal law. For you to be successful, you have to say it. My business is flourishing. I am healthy. My life is beautiful. I'm the most beautiful lady on the earth. I'm the most attractive on the earth. It is a law, because it is your words that describe your situation. It is that same word that will transform your situation. It is your words that describe your situation. It is that same word that will do what? Transform your situation. So if you fail to speak positive things to yourself, your life remains the way it is. It's a law. There are people that they are fond of saying negative things. And I tell people, be cautious and be courteous of the things you say to yourself. Words are like egg. What I say? Once it drops, it's gone. So if you want to be successful, you have to say successful words. You might not look like where you are going, but keep telling yourself, I'm the best of the best. Maybe you are feeling shy or feeling intimidated. You don't want to sit among your friends. Stand in front of a mirror. I learned the principle of mirror many years ago. Standing before mirror. How many of you have a mirror in your house? Whether a standing mirror or handy mirror or finger mirror. Mirror is mirror. For as long as it's showing your face, mirror is mirror. Who do you see in the mirror? We are not talking. Are you seeing in your mirror? You have never. It is yourself you see in the mirror. So that yourself, speak word to yourself. That was how I started building my confidence in public speaking in 2012, 2013. We'll stand in front of the mirror, we'll be speaking. So if you are not shy of looking at yourself in the mirror, then you will not be shy at looking at anybody in the crowd. I just share a powerful principle with you. You know that some people, when they are looking at themselves in the mirror, they are still looking down. That person has a problem. Imagine you are looking at the mirror and you are still looking down. Look straight into your own eye in the mirror. If you can do it consistently and master that principle, you will never be shy to stand before any crowd. I've not seen that crowd. There'll be 1 billion. My confidence will not shake because we build it on. So when you stand before the mirror, say things to yourself. I'm a billionaire. Put your hand in your pocket. You see, this Paul you are looking at right now is a global man. Say with confidence. Stand in front of the mirror. Anything you are saying in that mirror, your spirit is speaking it and is registering it. Because there's always a time of fulfillment for every word that you say. There's always a what? A time of fulfillment for every word you say. So you should be quick to say it. Because when that time comes and there's nothing they found on the ground, it moves on. And that's why when you wake up in the morning, it's not to look at yourself. There's no food in the house. What kind of a day is this one? And that day will be the day for you. You will say, when? So even if you wake up, there's no food, there's no money. First thing, comport your emotion, because your emotion will start running you. Yes. Your emotion will start running you. It wants to make you to start feeling terrible. Control that your emotion and try to say positive things. Start to say positive things. Start to say positive things. Gradually your emotion will align and your morale will align and things will get balanced. Once the state of your mind and the state of your body aligns, you'll be able to put the right words in your mouth. So I said number 2 is a law of what? Confession. Number 3 is the law of desire. The law of desire. May I say to you, beloved, success is for the hungry. What I say? Is for the hungry. It's only those who are hungry for success that will be successful. I've shared it to us in this church before. Don't sleep. Not everyone on the earth will drive a car till they leave this earth. Not every human will build a house before they leave this earth. Not everyone on the earth will be successful till they leave this earth. Many will get to heaven if they are saved, but they will get to heaven very, 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 very poor. Because negligence, carelessness of part they are meant to play rob them of what they are meant to get. So there must be an application of desire. What is the level of your hunger for success? Are you satisfied with the way your parents lived their life? Even if they were well-to-do, shouldn't you build another level on what they have built? Paul was speaking. He said, the foundation have I laid. Let every man also do what? Lay on this one. Simple. So if your parents were wealthy to a level, why don't you make it more better so that your children too will build on that same one you have built? And some of us, particularly in Africa, 70, 80% or 60% of parents, they were stark, illiterate, poverty-stricken. It's only their children, they became the first generation in the history of making wealth. And those that could not struggle through, they also pass on poverty to their own children. And the thing continues. So you have to change the state of your mind that I'll be successful. But there must be inside of you the desire, the Z to be successful. And let me say to you, write it down, that the proof for desire is pursuit. What I say? The proof of desire is what? Is pursuit. If I ask you today, what are you pursuing? The proof of desire is pursuit. What wakes you up from the bed every morning, sir? What wakes you up from your bed every day, ma? The proof of desire is pursuit. Something should keep you running. I can't be 40 and I am not in the fulfillment of my destiny. I can't be 30 and I'm still asking somebody to show me the road. I can't be 25 and I have not finished university. I'm 30, I don't even have BSc. You had better set your life in alignment before time passes by. The proof of desire is what? The proof of desire is what, sir? Is pursuit. So create a desire and become dissatisfied with your current state so that you can move to your next phase of success. Number 4 is the law of preparation. The law of what? Law of preparation. Success happens when opportunity meets preparation. Success happens when opportunity meets preparation. Many of us are praying, Lord, I wish you would give me a car right now. If you are praying a prayer that Lord should give you a car and you don't know how to drive, let me be very mean, but I did not really mean you. You are wicked. I did not mean anybody, but I'm just mean. How can you be asking me to give you a car that you cannot drive? Are you not asking me to kill you? That's it. You are wicked. It's true. Something you cannot use, you are asking me to give you. It will kill you. Simple. Because you have it, the joy I have it, you enter the car and go and crash yourself. God forbid. So you must prepare yourself for the success you are asking. 3 years from now or 4 years from now, I'll be 40. I must prepare for my global platform before 40 arrive. I cannot be there and be misbehaving. No. Now we will take care of everything need to be taken care of. Because once 40 comes, the paradigm has changed. It's another story. We are now 30. 30 is a period of anything can happen. See, you can make mistakes when you are 30 to 39. But once you are 40, any mistake you make after 40 is a stigma. You draw ever and I'm a telekiri. It will be following you everywhere. It follows everywhere, like is it mother bed or what they could what's this game? So prepare for that success you're asking for. You want to get married, you are not reading books. You say you want to learn how to bake, you are not practicing. You say you want to learn how to be the best fashion designer in the world. You come back from work, you are not practicing anything. Do you think success works like that? No. The Bible was speaking in Proverbs 16 and verse 1. It said the preparation of the hearts and the answers is from the Lord. The preparation of the heart. So there must be a place of preparation. There must be a place of preparation. Prepare for the future. Prepare for where you are going to. Let go of today's pleasure for tomorrow's progress. Let go of today's pleasure for tomorrow's progress. Deny yourself of those designer today for tomorrow's progress. You will get to a point you can buy 10 designer in one day. Save that one money for designer today for learning. If it will cost you to pay 50,000 naira to learn that thing now, learn that thing now, so that in 3 years time you can buy 10 of what you're supposed to buy one and suffer in there when you get there. So dream and take action plan to allow that to come true. Number 5 is the law of attraction. I've not really spoken much on law of attraction, but I'll talk more on it today. There's another law. There's a law of attraction. All human beings are living magnets. Please write it down. All human beings are living what? We are living magnets. Sir, you can only attract who you are. You can only attract your kind of person. You can only attract what you are. Simple. Everything I'm saying this morning is a law of attraction. And that is why people who want to attract something of quality, they change location, for example, because sometimes it applies to that. You can be a good person and be in the wrong location. You will never find good people in that place. For example, you are running a business that you know that it's for the elites, and you are selling it among the poor. You have a good product. Do you think the poor will be able to buy it? So if you are not careful and you don't do proper analysis, you'll be judgmental and say to yourself that it is problem or attack from the Father's house that's not allowing me to sell. No, it is a wrong location that is making you not to sell, because what you are selling is for the elites, but the people where you stay or in that environment are poor. They cannot afford to buy it. So wisdom tells you, you relocate that business to where? To where the elites are, who can afford to pay what you offer. Case closed. One of my auntie, she has a very big school now. When she was still an admin of a school down in Aware, somewhere down that area. I'd started my own school then, 2012. She was the admin of the school. Every time I go to her office, she's always reading. She was the admin of a school. She's always reading. She's always reading. Sometimes I was like, where is this man reading like this? We're reading School of Money, we're reading Principle of this, we're reading. I didn't know that she's preparing for where she was going. After 1 year after, I heard that she has left the place, that she has started her own school. She started 1 year or 2 years after I started mine. Now look at the difference. The school is called Abbas Arts. I started my own 2012, and in 2 years she started her own. The gap between my own school and her own school is unmatchable. Sir, when she was the admin in that school down that road, it was a struggle to collect school fees from parents, even though the school was touched up. But when it rained, people cannot drive. So they were subjected to only people of low class to come to that school. But yet they were still struggling to collect school fees. But when it was time for her to start her own school, from the news we gathered, they got funded through somewhere and all of that, and they rented a big space on the road. When I visited that place, I'm like, what? In 2 years, I could not. Today, I have not much. In less than 10 years, the school is 10 years plus now, they have built 2 giant buildings. 2 giant buildings as their permanent sites. I have the track record. It's not that the thing jumped from heaven and it stayed on the earth. It happened right in my eyes. What's the difference? Where I located my own was a problem. If I've located my own to on the express, I would have gone further. The same way, churches. Why do you think churches are preferring to have their location on the express? Because they have an assignment, and the assignment is not to people of low class. There are people that God sent to the low class. I'm telling you things. God sent some people to the low class. There are people God sent them to the elite. Those elite cannot drive their car in a muddy road. They can't drive their G-Wagon on a muddy road. They have to drive their car in an excellent environment. An environment that matches their class. As they are stepping out of the AC car, they are entering AC church. As they are leaving AC church, they are entering AC car. And from AC car, enter AC house. Are you getting what I'm saying right now? Simple. It's a law of attraction. And that's why they are paying millions. And I've told you, this is not where this church is. This is just a location where we used to be. The original place of this church is on the express. Very soon, it shall open up. We know what God asks us to do, and we are running towards it. And that's why we are building everyone up now for that assignment. Because it won't be long, it will emerge like a dream of the night. So, the law of attraction states that you attract who and what you are. You want to attract good people. You yourself, you have to first be good. You can't be stingy and want to attract people that will give you money. It's impossible. You can't be a failure and want to attract success. No. People must see a level of success in your life before they will want to associate with you. Are you following what I'm saying today? I finished ministry yesterday in the church I went through. There are lines of other pastors were like, we have never heard this like this before. You were just rushing to collect my number. I said, I'm not a global man. Because when they hear the story and where we are, like, beloved, you have the power to attract what you want in your life. You have the power to attract what you want. You have the power to attract what you want in your life. You have the power to attract what you want in your life. You also have the power to change what you want in your life. You have the power to call forth what you want in your life. It has no respect for your age, sir. It has no respect for your color. It has no respect for your background. So it begins from your thought life, your emotions, your belief system, your feelings. And I want to write this down. What you don't have power to attract, you don't have power to retain. Did you hear that? What you don't have power to attract, you don't have power to retain. Why are people coming to this church? Because the church is offering them value. They are hearing value, and that value keeps them coming. Case closed. Case closed. Whatever you don't have power to attract, sir, you don't have power to retain it. It's the law of attraction. What number are we? Number 6 is the law of action. Nothing moves until you move it. Nothing moves until you move it. Your brain may say to you that, the best I can train you to is secondary school. They have done their part. You, Uncle, what will you do? You two, you stay there. It's the law of action. The law of action says that everything remains until there is a push. Until there is a push. This chair can be here 100 years. Nothing will move it. If there is a push, there will be a change of location. The reason why people don't take actions or take steps is because of fear of rejection. They are afraid. What will people say? What would they do? How would they hear it? I used to say it. I said, don't be too careful of what people will say, much more than what you're supposed to do. When you are too careful or extremely careful of what people will say than what you are meant to do, you will lose touch with what you are meant to be. I'm not writing this thing down. They're just coming like that. So if you are writing, you are lucky. And if you not write it, it's gone. So don't be too careful. Sister Mary will be thinking right now, I love her. It's a lie. She's not thinking like that. You are the one, only you is thinking it. She's thinking for another brother somewhere. Until you go and meet Sister Mary, I love you, I want to marry you. It may not even run her mind, but you are thinking you are dying somewhere. Like some brothers, they miss their opportunity. He said, I'm waiting for the sister to also think it. Okay. Don't worry. Another brother will go and talk it out. You are waiting for her to think it. Brother is talking it out by action. You better take step. Whoa. If there's something about me, is that I'm an action man. I take step, 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 I take step. I take step. That's what characterizes my life. I take step. I take step. There may be mistakes, but I take steps. I'm not afraid of failure. I take step. Once you are afraid of failure, you can never succeed. Because failure is part of success. What did I say? Failure is part of success. I've taught you in this job before. Life is a collection of what? Two things. What I say? It's either you succeed or you fail. It's either you go up or you come down, or you go left or you go right. It's that life is smooth or is difficult. Life is not three. Life is a collection of two things. It's my personal word revealed by God. Simple. So it is which one the life face you with that you are. That doesn't mean life is difficult. At your own level right now, life may be difficult, but wait, life will so turn the other side to you and things will be easy. Case close. Understand this principle. You'll be at peace at any level you are. So why people don't take action? Because they're afraid. What if I fail? What if I fail? What if the business did not thrive? What if people did not buy? Why don't you start it fresh? Why don't you start selling that thing you are selling fresh and wait whether people will buy it or not? Please write this down. Things don't work out by themselves. This keyboard now, who is playing it? Is it an animal? Human. It's a keyboard. The keyboard knows that it produces a nice tune, but it still needs somebody to amplify that tune. The drum, is it giving us sound now? But it has a good sound on it. Until somebody goes there and apply a stick on it, there will not be sound. That's the power of action. Take step towards the direction of your dream. Just tell yourself, I will just go. Where are you going? Go to Cotonou. Can't travel abroad. Cotonou is abroad. Abi is not abroad. It's outside Nigeria. Anywhere outside Nigeria is abroad. It's a foreign land. Thank you, ma. Niger is a foreign land. Abi, is in Nigeria. Shall I take step? In 2010, I told myself, don't worry, I shall go. I went to Cotonou 3 times. At least I have traveled abroad. I went there 3 times. In fact, I was robbed on the road. No problem. It's part of the experience. Take actions so that you can conquer your fears. Until you starve your fears to death, your fear will eat you up. Until you starve your fear to death, your fear will eat you up. Until you starve your fear to death, your fear will eat you up. Face what you are afraid of. Face what you are afraid of, and what you are afraid of will be afraid of you. Face what you are afraid of, and what you are afraid of will be afraid of you. That's all. Number 8 is the law of harvest. Investment is a key to advancement. I'll just take 10 minutes in the order from the third service so I can wrap up this. I'll stop at number 10. We'll continue next Sunday. Investment is a key to advancement. There's what we call the law of cause and effect. How many of you have heard this law before? The law of cause and effect. It means that if there is no cause, there is no effect. So what it means is that for you to get anything, you must add something. Whatever you want people to do to you, you do that same to others. It's the law of harvest. Add value to people, and people will give you value. Give to people, and people will give unto you. If you steal from people, people will steal from you. I get what I'm saying? It's the law of harvest. Number 9 is the law of vision. Law of vision. I'll ask you next Sunday all those laws. The law of vision. What you see inside today is what you will become tomorrow on your outside. What you see on your inside today is what you will become tomorrow on your outside. If you see yourself to be a global icon today, tomorrow you will appear to be a global icon. If you see yourself as a business tycoon today, tomorrow you will wake up and become a business tycoon. If you see yourself meeting men of timber and caliber, that vision is clear to you, tomorrow you will appear to be meeting men of timber and caliber. There must be a vision that is clear to you. And that's why I tell people, I say, change your class. Your class determines the class you will be in life. What I say? Your class determines the class you will be in life. You can't be in primary 4 and not be meeting primary 4 people. You will continue to meet primary 4 people for the rest of your life. But if you now manage to just go to primary 5, you want to be meeting primary 5 people, at least you have changed. If you now manage, you now go to class 7. The level of intelligence, appearance of people in class 7, can you compare to somebody in class 4? So some people will now say, now he's proud. He has left us there. You call, why did you stay there? He has changed level. He has moved on. Case closed. There's no offense. There's no apology. There's some people I cannot relate with them again. Oh, turning here. We are not in the same class. The best of you is to meet me where I am. I can't come to where, God forbid. God forbid. So your job is to ensure that you match up and change your class to where God wants you to be. See, beloved, the scripture makes it clear in Psalm 75, verse 6 to 7 and 8. It said, promotion comes neither from the east, nor from the west, nor from the north. Promotion comes from the Lord. If promotion comes from the Lord, when God lifts you up, God expects you to sustain that promotion. If you don't sustain it, you come back to where He picked it from. That's all. So that is why you must create a vision. And that vision is what will prepare you to let go of some people. Some of your friends, you've been together 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. Even though you went to university together, it's not a must you flock together. You can choose your own class and live with that class and move on. Because, beloved, it is birds of the same that does what? Flocks together. And my Bible tells me that iron sharpeneth iron. If iron go and sharpen wood, that wood will finish. Abi? Soroni. Are you not talking? If iron go and sharpen wood, is that not wood finish? That's how some people begin to feel the way they are feeling. Your friend will just tell you, I've been calling you a line, you're not picking my call again. He's now an iron, you are still a wood. And it is we Christians that we create what's this word? We create a situation out of what is not a situation. Somebody say, for example, somebody went to London to study. For example, in Cambridge, he studied. He's now back in Nigeria. You now expect that person to still be moving straight with you. He has changed level. Humility will tell you, let me run after this guy and learn from him. Not expecting him to come and meet you in Surulere. And the guy has gone to Olorun Shogo. He has left Surulere. You are seeing Surulere. He left 4 years ago.
You are seeing Sulere. The guy has moved to Olorun Shogo. Wisdom tells me, let me run to meet him in Olorun Shogo. Because if you are waiting for Sulere, you will wait till Jesus come. That's called vision. That's what we call vision. Number 10. Number 10 is the law of faith. I will stop there. The next one will continue. The law of faith. Choir, please get set. Faith without corresponding action is dead. Faith without corresponding action is dead. It's good to have faith, but apply work to your faith. I believe God can change my life. I believe I'll be wealthy. I believe I'll be successful. But apply principles to your life. There's a principle of saving, so that you will not reach a point where you will not have anything. It's a principle. It's a principle. It means that commit a little part of what you're earning into a place, so that when a time of dryness comes, like we learned in the case of the hand, you will have something in store to draw from. Don't reach a point where in your life everything is dry. No. When you are praying for God to work wonders where you have not created a platform for the wonder to stay. I feel what I'm saying this morning. So, apply the law of faith to your life. Believe all things. Believe that your life can change overnight. It can happen. Believe that before the end of the year, God can change your level. Keep applying the faith to yourself, but also apply action. Where you are meant to walk, walk. Where you are meant to pray, pray. Where you are meant to save, save. That faith will turn that your little effort into magnified result. I don't know if you grab anything this morning. Put your hands together for Jesus. Hallelujah. Does anyone have any question before we jump on to the third service? All right, if there's none, please bow your head and talk to God and say, I will be successful. I'll be more successful. If you're already a success, say, I'll be successful. I'll be more successful. As I apply these principles to my life, I will be successful. Say it to yourself. Pick a word in your spirit. I'm a millionaire. I'm a billionaire. I'm a celebrity. Say something good to yourself. Speak to your future. As you are sitting there, look at yourself 5 years from now. Say to yourself, I'm a global icon. I'm a celebrity. Say something good. Paint something good. Maybe next Sunday I will teach you about the law of foresight.